I hope your day is full of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and turkey slices and bananas and mangoes and plums. Guys, we have an amazing episode of Shank for you this week with the one, the only Chelsea Skidmore. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank with Chelsea, there's just a few things I want to tell you. One, I am coming to Phoenix, Arizona. I will be at the Desert Ridge Improv on March 27th, one night only. Get tickets. I will also be in Chicago at the Comedy Bar the 28th and the 29th, 4 shows. Get tickets to that. And then I will be at the Improv, Brea Improv, Oxnard Levity Live, and in San Diego, May 14th, 15th, and 16th with Kim Congdon. Get tickets to that in the link tree on my Instagram. And yeah, I will also be in Austin March 16th through the 22nd, performing at the Mothership and at Vulcan and most likely Cap City. So if you're in Austin during that time, check out my Instagram for exact show dates and let's do it. Oh, also patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for bonus content. And let's do it. Let's get into this week's episode of Shank with Chelsea, guys. Here it is. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is the one, the only Chelsea Skidmore. The return of Chelsea Skidmore.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. This is fun. We haven't hung out in a minute.
I know.
I miss you.
I miss you.
I know. We're just catching up. I did bring some things for you today.
Right into it, or is this an intro?
Should we like warm up to it?
Let's warm up to it. Let's warm up to it.
Okay.
Don't make me regret coming here.
You regret it already?
I already thought about it this morning. I've been trying to. Okay, do you want to explain what this is?
What's going on with
what we're talking about?
Yeah. So basically, Chelsea, for some reason, which I don't fully understand, has not eaten like a lot of foods that most people have consumed. And what is it? Why is that the case?
For one, my mother just like didn't feed us growing up.
She just didn't feed you anything?
Well, I think she only fed us pasta. If I can close my eyes and I have a photographic memory.
Yeah, close your eyes, get involved.
If I would picture my refrigerator, there's nothing in it.
As a kid?
Nothing. Like
not even like a Slim Fast?
No.
Was
like
she
was a vegetarian.
She was a vegetarian?
But a pescatarian. Like Sundays we always had salmon and steak on the barbecue. But like throughout the week it was probably pasta like every night. But I know I liked pasta. I also had an eating disorder growing up.
Okay.
But like that still doesn't mean the house should not be stocked in case I felt like getting over that. You know what I mean?
The house should always be stocked even if your daughter is anorexic or bulimic.
Yeah, like maybe she was in too much acceptance. I remember one Thanksgiving, I only ate a bell pepper and it was kind of like, I was kind of like doing a move where I was like, see, like nothing else. And they didn't even care.
They weren't like, you need to eat more.
No. And I was like, what the fuck? Secretly in my head.
You're like, hello, can I get some attention?
Yeah. I was like, I want a side.
I want a side.
But I don't want to know that,
I want you to notice that I'm not fucking eating a side.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah. So
any side.
I know my brother would eat like pizza rolls, Doritos, and Hungry Man, like frozen dinners.
Okay, so he was like very much like a 90s food process.
Yeah, like Dunkaroos, like very processed. But that was like the food of the time, you know?
Dunkaroos, dude. When I was, it was my turn to bring snack at soccer.
Yeah.
I begged my mom to get Dunkaroos.
I know.
And she did.
You know what's so crazy? I looked at that recently. It might have been 10 years ago, actually, because I haven't seen them on the shelves in a while. But then again, I'm not a Ralph's girl.
No. Imagine being a Ralph's girl in 2025.
I don't see them on the shelves of Whole Foods.
No.
But
I don't know if they still exist. Can we Google, did Dunkaroos still exist?
I mean, and more importantly, the sugar content. Because I think it has like 50 grams of sugar.
Because it's literally a cookie that you dip into a thing of frosting.
Yeah, which was an amazing snack as well.
It was an amazing snack.
But yeah, like for me, so that's like what my brother had. For me, I think I just was constantly eating pasta. Like we didn't have like vegetables and fruits and shit like that. So
you didn't have vegetables.
No.
But your mom was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So what would she eat?
Maybe like a salad for her, but like not encouraging us to have any.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a ton of things I haven't had, like every normal food.
I
don't even know where to start. Like, you want me to just like fucking list them?
Yeah, start listing things you haven't had.
Okay, sorry. No, we're just seeing the Dunkaroos. Okay, only 12 grams of sugar. I really thought it was going to be 50.
Well, I mean, that's them right now.
Because they're like gnarly.
They are gnarly, and I'm a little bit confused because they used to be kangaroos, and why are they just cookies now? Right?
Oh, they've changed them.
The whole point was you're dunking a roux into the frosting. That's why it's called Dunkaroo.
Ooh.
Why the hell are they just circles?
You know what? I bet you they have them at Walmart still.
The original kind?
No, just in
kangaroos?
general. Like where those are
I
carried.
think they have them at
Why
Target.
do you know? We need to
I
Google.
think they have them everywhere.
You do?
Yes.
I
Have
think
you- when was
you
the last
have
time
them
you
at
bought
home.
one?
You have them at home.
Do you have Dunkaroos at home, Lee?
I mean,
Yeah.
When was the last time you dunked?
Yeah.
much sooner than you'd expect.
Like, give us a time frame, Lee.
It's a
Stop-
good snack.
Stop beating around
You're
the
like,
bush.
they've been cookies for a while. They've been discs for a while.
Yeah, have they been discs for a while?
No, I don't think so. But when I was Googling it, it said, like, is Dunkaroos canceled?
Why?
So
Ooh, political.
What a Dunkaroo. They're racist.
Who knows?
Koalas. They're leaving out the
Canceled.
koalas.
Discontinued.
Okay, in
But
2012.
they made a comeback in 2020.
so that's probably when they changed.
Wow.
But why would they keep the name if there's no kangaroo?
Wait, look. In 2016, General Mills even launched a campaign called Smuggleroos, encouraging Canadians traveling to the United States to bring the snacks back to Americans.
General Mills is encouraging people smuggling.
Smuggleroos?
Smuggle
That's dark.
That is dark.
That's an inside mission, an insider General Mills mission. That's an intern who went rogue and wrote out an email.
He said, yeah, that's a high intern.
A high intern.
And a high intern said, okay, Dunkaroos
That's
returned.
the CEO's son. Anyways,
The Dunkaroos returned to shelves in the summer of 2020. They're like, it's the pandemic.
let's get classic. Let's get
people what they
nostalgic.
want. They're
They
all
reopened
sad.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, reopen Blockbuster and come back with those donkeys.
Yeah.
Can we see Google and see when did it go from being a kangaroo to a disc? This is important shit, dude.
Now we're writing a research paper.
When did Dunkaroo?
Now this is a full. Do you research this much on episodes?
Well, today, I mean, if I feel passionate.
Wait, now it's a 5-paragraph essay. Remember that?
Yeah, a 5-paragraph.
Which is nothing. That's like one page.
I know, but I remember it would be. Do you remember that you had to use certain words like, for example, in addition,
Oh my God, transitions.
furthermore?
Transitions.
Yeah, transitions,
Or lead-ins, maybe.
something like that. Okay, wait.
Funfetti.
The funfetti, yeah, everything was just due to many factors. What are the many factors that took it away?
Yeah. In quotes, many factors. That's shady.
Many factors, meaning like it was probably full of glyphosate and other poisons. Like, I feel like RFK would hate a Dunkaroo.
Hate. Is he in? I don't follow
He's
politics.
in, yeah.
Okay. Has he done anything?
He took red dye out of things,
Oh, good.
supposedly.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think I had red vines yesterday. They were as red as ever.
Get them off the shelves.
Get them off the shelf. Yeah, what are you, crazy? Okay, so what else haven't you had?
Okay, well, I've had Dunkaroos,
Okay.
but I have not had like peanut butter and jelly. I'm not fucking having that if you brought that. I'm not fucking. I made one for my daughter this morning. Isn't that
did?
funny? I give her all the things I never had, but I
Okay.
have not had one. I don't know. And then like tons of fruits. I brought a fruit. Should we just like start by doing this?
Let's start by the fruit. What fruits did you bring?
I brought
Is this a fruit you've
one.
never had?
I've never had it.
You brought one.
Well,
What is
because
it?
I was scared. I wanted a little control. I really don't.
I know that you want to control. That's why you wouldn't tell me the foods that you hadn't eaten. And then I was trying to rack my brain, and I was like, I know she hasn't had deli meat.
I'm not having that.
I don't think I could get her to have deli.
I'm not having that.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
think I can
realizing?
get you to have
I
deli
think I'm
meat.
autistic,
Why?
and I don't want to get in trouble for saying this. But like for me, I think it's a texture thing.
The deli meat.
Any of this, all of this is disgusting. It's horrifying. I'm gonna start sweating. I brought a plum. This is what you would call a plum. Is that correct?
That is correct. You've never eaten
This
a
is
plum.
what you might be familiar with as a plum. You know, it's so funny. I bought these yesterday.
Okay.
I bought these
You bought
yesterday at Trader Joe's, and I had to ask the guy, I'm like, is this what they look like or is this bad? Because it has like these like kind of coloration, like this like
Yeah, no, that's a
gradient.
classic plum, sweetie.
That's classic plum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, I just want to make sure I'm getting the right thing. Because Gia likes plums.
Okay.
I've let her have a plum.
Okay. So.
And they said really sweet on the package. So I was like, I'll try a fucking plum.
Have you had a blackberry?
Love.
Oh, you love I brought a
and
blackberry.
I
I
tried
was
cherries.
shocked.
Oh, I love blackberries.
I didn't know. See, I didn't know. I know what you haven't had was mango.
I haven't had mango. I
should've
haven't had
gotten it.
cantaloupe. I haven't had most
Cantaloupe
melons
is
outside of the water variety.
Never a cantaloupe. Never.
No. What is this? 1980? No, I haven't had a fucking cantaloupe.
Okay. Let's try the plum. Why? Well, you just
Now?
something happened. You shut down completely. I
mean,
got to
it's
get to
just
the
like-
bottom of what's going on here,
I
dude.
feel on the spot.
You
Can
do?
we bring in a therapist? Like, can we look up a therapist instead? No, I really just like,
You want me to have a bite of it first?
no, because
Does
I
that
can't.
make it
I'm not,
easier?
I don't
you,
share.
You don't want to share your plum.
No.
You're a
You know what's so
germaphobe.
funny? We just went to Disneyland and Gio was like, can I have a sip of your water? And I was like, and then she got like all this backwash and then I couldn't have any and I was so dehydrated. I had to get a new water.
You wanted to say no to your daughter.
Well, she gets backwash in everything that we drink because she's 3.
Yeah.
So it's disgusting. Okay.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I do have a peanut butter and jelly.
I thought you were going to say I do have $5.
No. I could Venmo
I'm
you.
not having a peanut butter and jelly.
What about
What
it?
else do you have?
That's it.
What about the peanut butter and jelly is like such a no?
What?
I brought 2. I brought 2. One for me and one for you. And we can eat it on 3.
I'm
Just one bite.
no,
Really?
I can't. You could bring it out and I can look at it. I don't know how it would feel.
Okay. I'll
I mean, a plum was my level of control. I don't want to
Okay. You don't have to.
where is it?
Are you scared?
Yeah, no, I can't even bring myself to bite this.
Those are good.
I felt like they might have been I don't know, something about it was like I could see myself trying this.
Could you see yourself maybe even liking
Should I just go
it?
for it?
Yes.
Because you're waiting for me to try it, right?
I'm waiting for you to try it, but I don't want to. Yeah.
I just take a bite.
You have a napkin. If you don't like it, you
I
can
just
just
take a
spit it
bite.
right out. Yeah. Just take a little bite. Yeah. Okay, she's going in for a bite. She successfully. Okay. Thoughts on the plum? You hate it. You like it. Yeah, I can't.
There's not a lot of flavor.
It's a benign fruit, pretty much.
A little bit of sourness at the back end.
Yeah.
They're from Trader Joe's, so
So
the
that's
packaging said deliciously sweet. I didn't get that yet.
Okay.
I'll go for a second bite
Okay.
because I didn't really get anything, you know? It didn't.
It didn't hit the way you thought it was going to.
It's like a grape.
It's like a big grape.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a good way to describe
It's like a big grape.
Like a big red grape.
You want to try it? It's a plum.
I mean, I know what plums taste like. Do you want me to see if it tastes like a normal plum?
Yeah.
As someone who has a lot of experience in the plum field.
It tastes like a big grape. You see what I mean?
This isn't a particularly good one.
It's not a good one.
This is a sour ass plum.
That's a sour plum. Here, do you want this? Sorry.
Let me tell you, it's not deliciously sweet.
It's not. Yeah.
I'm getting no hints
So you know
of
what? I don't understand people who would continue eating that.
This is a bad plum.
So,
this
okay.
might be. I'm sorry that you had this experience as your first plum. I'm trying to be yes, and I'll eat the plum. And let me tell you, I love a plum. This is a horrible plum.
Okay, so would you keep eating that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was alone,
Okay.
not in the middle. I don't need to polish off the plum on the podcast. You know what I
All
mean?
right, well, I had the plum. So I really fought my fears. I mean, it was nerve-wracking. I'll walk through it. It was nerve-wracking to take that initial bite. The pre-anticipation is definitely a lot of it, you know? It's
Right.
a lot of the fear. The plum was okay.
The plum was okay.
It was
Would
okay.
you seek out
I'm
a
not
plum?
rushing to have a plum again. When I did try cherries for the first time recently, I would like to have sweet cherries. I guess they weren't in season when I had them, so I will try that. there's like a cuteness with the cherry that I've always wanted to explore.
Dude, we love the cuteness of a cherry. A cuteness of a cherry is 90% of its appeal.
Yes. So we'll see what the summer brings. As for peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah.
no.
Do you want to see it?
I know what they look like.
This one's an Uncrustable, which
Ew.
I specifically
That is so processed.
I specifically heavily fuck with an Uncrustable. I think
you eat it.
I brought 2.
I just like
We
had
could-
to take like an extra breath. I was like,
Yeah, I know. Well, no, I brought 2.
yeah.
You could just have one bite.
You have one bite, and I'll watch you and judge you.
You're gonna watch me eat an Uncrustable. Let me tell you, my first Uncrustable was in 2020. Jamar Neighbors
I know. I remember.
introduced me to the Uncrustable,
I remember.
and I was judgmental of the Uncrustable, much like you.
Mm-hmm.
And since then,
I've
it's like
never
my
had-
favorite way of eating peanut butter and jelly.
I've never had jelly.
Chelsea.
I've never had jelly.
Not-
Of course,
you've
I've
never
had
had-
peanut butter. I like peanut butter, but
So,
Jelly?
And you like bread.
love bread.
So you like 2 out of the 3
Not
things.
that. I'm not picking that up off a shelf.
Look. It's kind of pillowy.
What kind is it?
It is a peanut butter and strawberry jam.
No, see, jam. What's the difference?
There's no difference between jam and jelly.
I think there is.
No, jam and jelly is just synonyms.
Jam is made with crushed or chopped whole fruit, resulting in a chunky texture with visible fruit pieces. Not for me. While jelly is made from fruit juice, creating a smooth, clear spread with no visible fruit chunks.
Okay. Well, I didn't know there was a difference. Look,
Mm,
it's Smuckers. You gotta love the Smuckers brand. Look at it. You see how pillowy it is?
You go ahead.
You could take a nap on this and it would feel good, dude. You could put it in your bra.
I already am wearing that in my bra.
It's so good.
Let the record be shown. I am wearing
Whoa!
a nursing pad.
Oh, that's what that is? I was like, she's got an
Were you like, what the fuck is that? No,
Yeah.
it's a nursing
So your
pad.
boobs don't leak.
Yeah. Because I'm breastfeeding.
I mean, listen.
That is so gnarly. I know
Just
I
one
would.
bite.
Oh my God.
Please, just one bite. You can spit it out if you don't like it. Like, I like it so much, I want to finish it. You're just staring at me in silence.
The way it's leaking, it's throwing me off. I'm not going to do it.
You want to just hold one?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not for today. But you know, I tried a plum and that was that.
And that was that. Moving on.
So we'll try this another time in the future.
We'll try this another time in the
I'm
future.
not ready for that, and we'll keep it moving. Thank
Xavier,
you guys.
do you like peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy is I think you might end up loving it.
Loving?
I can't stop eating it. I want to finish the whole damn thing.
Go ahead. I just ate.
Sure you did.
I did.
What'd you have?
A salad that I made, and I had made some chicken fajitas yesterday, so I put the toppings of that onto a bed of lettuce.
Oh,
Yeah.
very skinny. A very skinny snack.
Hey, and we're trying to shed this baby weight, so
You did. You look
there's
great.
more to go.
Listen,
There
I know
is more to go.
there's always more to go, and I didn't have a baby. You know what I mean? What is that?
Depression.
Is it?
No. So we went to Disneyland.
So tell me about that.
Okay, so we went to Disneyland.
Was this your first time taking both kids to Disneyland?
Yes, yeah. So my daughter's almost 3, my son's almost 1. And we went, and I went with my husband, Steven. And yeah, I've been with like friends before a number of times since I've lived out here and then when I was younger, but it is such a different circumstance going with kids. Like, first of all, like Gia, my daughter, like she got like scared very easily from like the first ride we went on was Pinocchio, which I guess was a bad move because that ride is like really bad vibes.
What happens on the Pinocchio ride?
It's like it takes you into like a dark land of like destruction. Like, I don't know, like
Pinocchio is one of my least favorite Disney movies.
yeah, we went off of like
Age appropriate.
no, well, we went off of like the times. Like I was like, oh, that's 20 minutes. Like, let's go on that one.
Let's go on Pinocchio.
So like by the time we got there, I woke up at 6 a.m. first of all, exhausted.
What
By
time does the park open?
9.
Okay.
By the time we got there, by the time we parked and got through the gates, it had been an hour. I was already
Yeah.
exhausted. I was already fucking done. So we get back to like Fantasyland, and like I'm not a Disneyland person. Like
I
I don't.
am.
You are?
I love
Do you have
Disneyland.
swag?
Yeah.
Like everyone there, I couldn't believe everyone had swag.
I have multiple ears at home.
Yeah, everyone had ears, like
A backpack.
like everything.
Yeah.
Everything was covered in Mickey ears. I couldn't believe how much shit people had.
Did you buy ears?
No, I almost did, but then I was like, where am I wearing these to? Like, I'm not that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's cute and you feel cute, but like, it didn't feel like a $40 investment that I needed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But if we start to get into this as a family in the future, like maybe I'll put them on, you know, and get some.
In
But
the future, you see yourself.
we'll see. It was fun, you know, but it's definitely really exhausting. So we like go to the back, we go to the castle, to Fantasyland. That's like where you start with kids. And yeah, so we went Pinocchio first. That was like a 20-minute wait.
Did you
But
go-
they're all like long waits because you have to park your strollers. And then like I'm having to carry my son who's like a 1-year-old and then like her. So it's just like annoying. And then you're waiting on the line. You have to like entertain them. I'm like breastfeeding him on the line. Like it was a lot. And then so she gets like really scared on that line. So then we like wait on another line. And then we're on like the Mr. Toad's ride.
Mr. Toad's ride fucked me up
That
as
was
a child.
That was crazy.
Broke while I was on it as a
That's
4-year-old. And the lights came on. And
Yeah.
I'm scarred from
That's
that ride.
horrifying. And right before we were about to get on, she
Yeah.
started crying and didn't want to go. So I just went with Roman. Then she like wanted to go on the carousel, and we're like, you can go on a fucking carousel anywhere. But like she needed to calm down because she was like freaking out.
Right.
So it's like we didn't really get to do like anything fun.
Did you do It's a Small World?
It was closed down. We wanted to go on Pirates, but the line was way too long, and they weren't going to have like the skip ahead passes until like 10 hours from then. So then we basically just like ate and walked around Toontown because she loves Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Toontown's fun.
We went to, so everything had like a fucking line. So we wanted to go to Minnie's house, right?
Yeah.
But we had just waited for 30 minutes on the Mickey line. So we were like just walking around like the outside of her house, and I noticed the back door was open. So we snuck in. So I was like, let's go. So we snuck into Minnie's house and cut the line and got in trouble.
What happened?
So we go into Minnie's house through the back, and she's in like the front room taking pictures.
Doing many things.
Yeah, taking pictures. And then she has like a sidekick with her, like a regular person who kind of like filters everyone in and out so she doesn't have to. And I'm like, oh, my daughter like fucked up. I was like, oh, my daughter's eyes were closed. Can we take another picture? Like lying, you know?
Mhm.
And he was like surprised and like totally caught me, but he didn't want to like call me out in front of Gia. So he was like, sure, no problem. And then like, yeah, like he was like, his machine was shutting down. Like
Yeah.
he was a psycho too. So then after that was over, he was like, I know that you cut the line. He's like, you came in through the back house. That was rude. That was rude.
No.
And was like staring me down with like these crazy eyes. I was like, yeah, you're right. I did do that. I did. And he goes, it was kind of rude. It was kind of rude. It was kind of rude.
Oh, what'd
he
you
said
say?
3 times in a row
Oh,
like
what'd you
that to me.
say?
I said, you're right. I own that.
Did you apologize?
No, I just said, you're right. I own that.
No, you didn't apologize.
No. No, I don't know. And then I just walked away.
You're right. I own that.
But we got, yeah.
It was kind of rude.
I
It was
just wanted
kind of
to-
rude.
I just wanted to like acknowledge it and be like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I hear you.
So yeah, we just like walked around and shit, and like it was exhausting. I mean, we were there for 8 hours and can't even tell you what we did. You know?
No, it is exhausting. I just went to Magic Mountain, Six Flags with
Yeah.
Zach and his kids.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It felt like I went to a music festival as an adult. Like it felt like the next day I felt like I went to Coachella. I didn't drink. It felt like I did.
Yeah. When I left, I looked at, remember when you're stoned in high school and you can look at your hands like this and they looked like
Yeah.
like gummy, like what's that thing called? Gumbo. What's that?
Gumby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gumby.
Yeah.
Gumbo. That's like how my hands looked when I was leaving. Like everything just like looked weird. I was like out of my body, you know?
No, I know. And the amount of steps that you walk at Disneyland.
Yeah, like we did like 11,000, which
I did.
isn't crazy.
As an adult woman, I went and I did 21,000 steps.
Yeah, if I was with other adults, like we would have done a lot more walking around and waiting on lines, but like you can't with kids.
Did
so
you
it
do
kind
a
of
California
sucks.
Adventure? I know.
No.
'cause And the tickets are expensive.
No, what is she gonna go on the fucking Tower of Terror? No. Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, like it's it's fun. Like I'll definitely do it again when she's like a little older. It felt like really
Magical?
cute and like nostalgic to like go there and fun to bring her and yeah. But it's just like a lot. All this shit is a lot. And then we gave her like this amazing day. And the next day she like never talked about it. And we're like, did you have fun at Disneyland yesterday? And she just like didn't answer us.
No.
Every day I'm like trying to make the most incredible memories for her and she could give a shit.
You're like, did you have fun at Disneyland? She just ignored you?
Yeah. She like looked out the window. She was like, Mama, don't say that. And I was like,
That's what she said?
all the time. I'll be like singing along to songs and she'd be like, no. Sorry.
Did she get embarrassed?
No, she was just like, don't sing. Don't sing. Like I'm singing.
Yeah, that's like when Zach and I are talking in the car.
Yeah.
And his little one goes, stop talking!
Yeah.
I was like, I
They
feel
wanna
like
be like the
I
only
feel like
one.
this is a dictatorship. I'm
Yeah.
like so afraid
They
to
want to
talk.
be like riding in a limo.
yeah, I'm like
Like the driver can't speak.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember that my parents used to do things that annoyed me like that too as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell my parents to stop talking too. Did you?
I can't remember.
My mom would be like, excuse me? This is my car.
Yeah.
When you have a car, that whole situation.
Yeah.
Did you go in the Dumbos?
No. Mm-mm.
I think the way to do it is to like stay in the hotel
I hear that.
and go like a couple days so that you don't feel so obligated. But it's expensive. But
It
if the
is.
kids are under 3, is it free?
Yeah.
So are they're both under 3.
Yeah, but she's turning 3 in like 2 weeks. So
I know. She's having a Frozen party.
yes.
Are you excited?
Loves Frozen. I mean, like the songs are stuck in my head all day.
Let it go.
Yeah. Let it go. Do you want to build a snowman? I mean, you know what's so crazy? It's like rewatching all of these Disney movies as an adult. Like they're so fucked up. Like, Do You Want to Build a Snowman song from Frozen? Do you know that song?
Yeah.
So, so like the girl Elsa,
Yeah.
she gets these powers where she freezes everything. So her parents lock her away in a room in the house and she can't come out again for what looks like 16 to 18 years or something. And every
Sorry,
single
that's so dark.
I know her parents die. And
Everyone's
she's
parents
still,
die in Disney.
Everyone dies. Everyone dies, and every parent dies. And they're all
Disney.
orphans who are cleaning and maids.
Bambi.
And then there's like an evil person taking care of them.
Yeah.
And so then like the other sister Anna, she has no idea that her sister has these powers. And she's just locked in this mansion or castle by herself. And every day she knocks on the sister's door and she's like, do you want to build a snowman?
No, I didn't know that's why. Why?
Yes. And then she's never answering. And she's like, Elsa, every single day. It's so fucked up. It's like horrible. It makes me feel bad. Yeah.
That's really dark.
I know.
So do they never get to hang out?
So then they eventually hang out when the sister becomes a queen on like her 16th birthday. And that's when the doors to the castles open and everyone like comes.
So now
'cause
she's
it's-
a grown ass woman.
Yeah, so now she's like 16 or 18.
Building a
I don't know how
snowman?
old she is. Well, that was like the one activity, the last activity they did together as kids.
Before she got locked away.
Yeah. Something they would always do.
Okay, but like the pitch for this is so crazy. Like imagine you're working at Disney. Someone comes in, they're like, they're sisters. One of them gets locked away for 16 years.
Yeah.
I'm going, what else you have? That's a little dark for me.
I know, but we rewatched Snow White. I mean, she's such a dumb bitch. And it's like, I don't know what year it's from, like the 20, 30, 40, or 50s or something.
What about her? When
No,
she's
and-
like singing
And
the
she's
birds
just
are
like,
landing.
yeah. She's like, la, da, da, da. She has like one of those like weird high pitched like old timey like voices like. La. And then she's just like considered like the most beautiful girl in town, and her I don't know who this person is to her, the witch.
Yeah.
But she hates her, so she turns into a witch in disguise to give her an apple to kill her, so she doesn't exist. But to hide from her so she doesn't die, she lives with 7 dwarfs. Like what?
The dwarfs.
Like what is this?
And then the mirror that talks.
I mean, they're all just like the word I wanted to say, I can't say. They're all so dumb.
Yeah.
They're all capital R.
I get what
What do we say?
what I'm picking up what you're putting down. So how is it having 2 kids?
Gosh, Sarah.
It's a lot, huh?
I mean, like, look, right before I came here, we were just like fighting about the time, you know? And it's just like you don't get time for yourself. Everything is scheduled. Like, I did my makeup in the dark. I don't even know what I look like.
You
like,
look great.
Roman was sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up. Like, everything, it's just like, it's exhausting. Like, they're all pulling my hair. They're all ripping my hair out. Like, he tries to rip my eyelashes out now. I can't wear earrings or he's going to rip them out of my ear holes.
He just pulls them?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all pulling on my hair. I'm getting gray hair. I'm getting dandruff.
I've had gray hair the entire
I'm getting dandruff.
time. You're getting dandruff?
I because I had lice. Because I had lice a month
let's
ago.
talk about the lice.
Dude. Okay, so Gia's school had lice.
Well, I was on the phone with you when you got the call.
Wait, what call?
Saying that Gia had lice.
Oh, yeah. So her preschool had like a lice outbreak. And
Yeah.
I was like, not my kid, you know?
Right.
So like kids were getting like picked out and like, you know, kids were falling off with the lice.
It was
And then
spread
they
and
called
fast.
me
Yeah.
and they told me that she had the lice. And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, oh my God, I need to be checked. The second I found out she had it, my head started itching and like burning. And I was like, oh my God, I have it too. And like oddly enough, like a couple of days before that, I like flipped my head upside down because it was like itching.
Yeah.
And I like moved it and I felt like I saw like white dots fall. And I was like, ew, I have so much dandruff. And I've like never had that before.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh. But I like didn't tell anyone, just like pretend it didn't happen and like put up my hair and never talked about it
You don't
again.
have to announce dandruff.
I know.
It's so personal. It's so intimate.
So then Steven looks at my scalp and he's like, there's thousands. I had like thousands of like fucking lice. So we all get the fucking thing from the pharmacy and we all do the treatment. And then they have this thing where it's like this metal comb. You have to like comb through your hair and pull out the nits.
I know
because we're always talking about nits
because
now.
listen to this shit. When I was a personal assistant / nanny for this woman in Los Feliz, they had a lice outbreak and she had me go through their hair and her hair with the comb. That's too personal. That's not for the babysitter.
That's
I'm
asking
not
too
getting
much.
paid enough for that.
That's asking too much.
Right?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Is that what it means when someone's a nitpicker?
Okay, as someone who hires a babysitter, I would never ask Caroline to do that.
Well, listen, if Caroline does it, you're giving her a
Nitpicking.
bonus. Yeah, that's what I'm
Ooh,
saying.
Okay, we got to Google that.
Yeah.
Is nitpicking coming from a lice comb? But anyway, so then like I don't think they fully got rid of it. So we had to like I went to like a professional place just to be sure. And
yes. Stems from the practice of carefully
that's so crazy.
Whoa.
See that metal comb?
Yeah.
So now they like brush that all over my head at this professional place and at home. And then like 2 days later, I'm like, my head is fucking like covered in the white shit again.
No.
And I went back there and they're like, no, that's just dandruff. And then they're like, yeah, your head, like you get dandruff because we like combed your scalp. And now I have like so much dandruff.
Well, it's
I've never had that before.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
I know. So I just feel like even worse as a mom. Because I'm tired, I'm covered in dandruff.
Okay, so when I did it for this bitch, she made me do it, and then a day later, she had this lady come over who was a lice care specialist. This bitch shows up in a brand new Mercedes, looking like a Kardashian with a briefcase, and she did the services at home.
Yeah.
And I looked and saw how much she got paid, and it was a lot.
It's
I don't
expensive.
remember, but it was a lot.
I mean, the place I went to was $200 for me to do this treatment. But they haven't come back. So
that's crazy.
And the lice has ceased.
You want to know what my mom did during the lice outbreaks when I was a kid? She found out that there was a lice outbreak, so she just started washing my hair in the anti-lice shampoo. Even though I didn't have it yet, a preventative measure.
Yeah.
And then she would braid my hair so tightly that
That's
it would
a
like
thing.
pull my eyes back. Like I looked Asian. I was like,
cut that.
No, I can keep that. I did though. That's how tight my hair was pulled back.
That's like a thing. You need to like pull back your hair really tight.
And braid it all tightly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Look like a different person.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this lice game it's part of like this kid world that I'm in, you know?
Yeah, what else is part of this kid world?
I don't know. Fucking diapers, pacifiers, like my daughter is like constantly hitting my son. She's tough, you know? She like you just give them like so much and you give and you give and you give and it's like they don't care. You were giving everything. I'm giving my milk, my energy, everything that I have to these people, all of my money.
They're vampires.
They take my bed. They don't even sleep in their bed. They just sleep in between me and my husband. We can't even have sex anymore.
Because they're sleeping in bed.
And then like we want to, and then they'll like start crying. He's like, let's keep going. I'm like, I can't keep going.
Yeah, I can't
keep
fuck through
going.
the tears of my child.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That
So then we have to get a babysitter. We fucked in a car. You know, it was so hot. I meant to tell you this. Wait, so did I tell you? So we went to go see Baby Girl.
Yes.
And which like was a game changer for my sex life.
Really?
It was because I really love like the power play.
Okay.
And that like, I think that like reminded me, like I'm in Miss Rachel land. Like my land is Miss Rachel. It's Elmo. It's fucking
Bluey?
I haven't seen that guy in a minute, but like
Daniel Tiger?
I don't know. I know, you know, it's oatmeal. Okay. It's like fucking apple slices. Like I'm not thinking about sex, you know, like I'm not horny anymore. Like that has left my body. Like I've talked to my therapist about it and I'm like, will it ever come back? And she's like, it didn't go anywhere, you know?
No.
Like, yeah.
It didn't go anywhere.
So we watched Baby Girl and that's like a hot movie. We had a babysitter and we were both like turned on. We go in the car. We're going to go out for dinner at Houston's. In Pasadena. So we get in the parking lot and then we're like, and we have a little time and we're like, let's fuck in the car. Like we're turned on from the movie. We want to make a fun thing. We pull up in this back parking lot next to a car. The people next to us are fucking.
No.
We fuck.
No.
Side by side.
Car fucking?
Our car and their car side by side fucking at the same time.
No.
We don't know if they saw us, but we saw them. And we're like, did they see us?
So you basically had like a car orgy.
We had a car off.
No. What? Were they parents or were they like...
We couldn't see their faces. And then, but all we could see is that she was wearing jeans. And then we were like, where are they in the restaurant? Like, did they come in the restaurant? Like, who was the other couple, you know? And like, did they look over and see us? I don't know. It was exciting.
Well, was their car all steamy like Titanic?
Yes, it was really fun.
And your car was all steamy like Titanic?
Yeah, fucking in the car is the new thing that we have to do as parents. It's fun.
I haven't fucked in a car since I was like 15. I used to do that all the time. Did you do that when you were a teenager?
No, not when I was a teenager, but like I did in a Walmart parking lot in Hawaii when I was in college.
Okay. When I was in high school, my boyfriend's mom had a purple van, Gus. And we would be having sex all over that van, dude.
You had sex I didn't even have sex at 15.
I had sex at 14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I didn't have sex until I was 16.
Oh, yeah. No, I was early. But I had an older boyfriend.
Early.
I didn't really even understand where it was like supposed to go. That's how early it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you continue having sex 14 to 16?
Yeah.
I don't want Debbie to hear this.
You don't want her to hear this?
No.
That's fine.
Does she know that?
I don't know if she knows
Did your parents ever have a talk with you about sex?
Well, my parents tried to give me this book about sex.
Really?
It was like explaining sex and like by using chickens. I don't know why.
How old were you when they gave it to you?
I was like 11. She was like, I think you need to know, or 12.
Okay.
She was like, you need to know about where babies come from. And I was like, I already know what sex is, Mom. And she was like, well, then what is it? And I was like, it's when a man and a woman shower together. And my cousin had told me when I was 4, she locked me in the bathroom and said that sex is when a woman lies down naked and a man plays the piano for her.
That's so funny.
So I was like,
what movie was that from?
I don't know, but she told me that and I like kind of believed it for a while. So I was kind of confused. I was like, you either shower together or like a guy plays the piano for you.
Yeah. That's so funny. I don't know like what I thought sex was.
And so they tried to give me this book and it was explaining sex with like chickens. And it was like a cartoon book.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I think I knew what sex was because my mom, like I grew up on Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Like instead of like listening to like Disney music on the way to school in elementary school, we listened to Howard Stern.
That's crazy.
I know, but like I think it taught me everything, you know?
You listen to Howard Stern in the morning.
Yes, we were big Howard fans.
That's so funny.
I know. But like she would play it all over, like surround sound in our house and then on the way to school. Like she was obsessed. So it was just like normal.
The healing sounds
of
normalized. Robin Quiver.
And then my parents were divorced, you know, like when I was 10. And he had the Playboy On Demand channel at his apartment in the city. And like it was always on. Like every time I turned on the TV,
It was the
at
last
his
thing
place,
that
it was
was
the
on.
last thing. Because remember, like that's how TV used to work. It'd be like last.
Yeah.
It was always on that channel, Playboy On Demand channel.
No.
Yeah.
So my mom got me a book about chickens having sex, and she's like, okay, this is a book about sex. And I got so upset and embarrassed.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not reading it. And then I locked myself in my room and I wouldn't come out. I was like, I don't want to know what sex is. Like that.
Wow.
It was crazy. I had an extreme reaction. And then I used to Google, because I wanted to know what sex was. I used to Google, what is sex?
Well, they didn't Google. So was
It
this
was like,
Angel Fire?
Ask Jeeves, whatever it was, Alta
Yeah.
Vista, whatever it was. I was
Yeah.
looking up what is sex, but then I started getting paranoid because I was like an anxious kid. I was like, what if she knows? What if on the bill it says what I've been looking up?
Yeah.
I better tell her that I've been
Yeah.
looking up sex, because
Oh, so you told her?
I was like, Mom, when you get the bills from the internet, does it tell you what you're looking up? My mom's like, no, but what are you looking up? And I was like, well, I was just kind of looking up sex and stuff.
That's so cute.
And then-
Wait, how old are you here?
Probably like 14
Oh my
or
God.
13, like right before I had it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I remember my parents wanted me to come downstairs, and I wasn't coming downstairs, and my dad yells, because my mom told my dad that I was looking up what sex was. My dad goes, Sarah, the Hanson brothers are down here and they're looking up what sex is.
Ew, did you have a crush on one of them?
The middle.
No.
Taylor.
Ugh, they were so gross.
Really?
No, I didn't like a single one of them. Weren't they like Christian rock band too?
Yeah. The older one didn't do it for me. Isaac.
I hated all
Tay,
of them. I can't
Ike,
believe you
and
know their
Zach.
names. I don't know a single one of
Oh
their
my
names.
God, I had them all over my walls. I also had
No!
Carson Daly all over my wall.
No.
Yeah, when he was
that
dating
makes sense why you dated Adam. He reminds me of him.
He does.
Kind of, right? I don't know why, but,
But
like
no, because
I
Carson
see
was
like a
more
weird
edgy.
connection. But do you know what I mean?
I kind of see what you mean, but like
I don't know why it
Carson
connected me to
Daly would
him.
always have his nails painted black. And
Oh
he
my
was,
God, you're right. You're
when
right.
he was dating
TRL.
Tara Reid.
He did. Wait, did I tell you I went to Mexico with her?
No.
It was the weirdest thing.
Ooh, recently?
It was a couple years, or not a couple years ago. It was
feels
8
like
years
it
ago.
was just yesterday.
It does feel like it was just
How
yesterday.
did that go?
It was after my breakup with the last guy I dated before Steven.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I want to go on a trip. And then this guy who had a crush on me was like, oh, I'm going to Mexico. Do you want to come? And I brought a girlfriend of mine, and he was there with Tara Reid. And like they had like a suite because he was like some like rich guy. And then he just like had us all there for like the week. So we were with her the whole time. And she was like fucking off the chain, like in a crazy way.
No, I know. I've seen what Tara Reid's like now.
I mean, just like I don't want to be like trashing her on your podcast, but
Please
like
tell us what happened
I
with
know,
Tara
just
Reid
like
in
waking up with Margarita, just like she wasted the whole time.
Waking
just,
up
like,
with a
so drunk.
margarita?
I mean, like she would have like 3 double margaritas at breakfast. Like she was just constantly drunk, like really bad, all the time.
Wakey, margarita time on the
And then
beach.
was like doing all these like shady Mexican drugs, and then like yelling at like the guy and being like, "Why'd you let me do that?"
Like, what would she do?
And then she like showed us like her Sharknado audition, and I
No.
was like, "This is a cool moment."
She showed you her Sharknado audition. Did she ask if you wanted to see it, or
No.
was she just like,
she just probably drunk and showed it. To
look
us.
at this, it's me?
Yeah, and then she like made up a lie about me and then she like told like, and then she left our hotel to go to a better hotel.
Okay.
And I knew the guy who she went with, and she was like, "Oh yeah, Chelsea was doing like a ton of drugs," and I think I was sober in AA, so I was like. So then, like, she tried to, like, spur rumors about me. I'm like, no, you did the drugs, bitch.
She started spreading rumors that you were doing drugs. So she was projecting.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Bizarre.
I see
very
that
bizarre.
for her. You know, it all fits
I
with
remember
the
she,
vision.
like, covered, like, under her eyes with, like, a lot of eye cream. And I'm like, and then she's like, and then you take all the extra and you, like, blend it down your face. And it was just, like,
no.
it was just, like, a weird moment. Yeah.
That is a weird moment.
Yeah.
Tara Reid, dude. I've seen her on TikTok. And I wish I could unsee her on TikTok.
Yeah.
She was like singing.
Hmm.
Did you know she sings but not well?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Are you sure you don't want to try just one bite of a peanut butter?
I thought you were
and
going to ask me if I wanted to try singing lessons.
jelly? Oh no, one bite of a PB.
No, that looks disgusting.
I have
I'm
a
sorry.
fresh one for you.
Yeah, no. Nothing fresh about that. No, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I get that it would be, like, fun for the podcast, you know?
But you just don't. You can't.
No, there is just
And
something
one thing
about
about
it
Chelsea
that
is
is
she has very
disgusting.
firm boundaries around peanut butter and jelly.
I mean, there's a lot of other things. You know, I haven't had a banana since I was like 3. The last time I had a banana.
She wouldn't tell me that because she probably didn't want me to bring her a
No,
banana.
I don't eat eggs. I've never had an omelet. You know, never had a cold cut. No clue what turkey is.
What about like a turkey sandwich?
No, never.
Would you eat that?
No.
If I brought it?
Absolutely not.
Not even a bite.
No.
I knew that you would have a very adverse reaction to that because I was thinking like I could get her a turkey sandwich, but I don't think she would eat it.
No.
And then I would be the one that just
visually, would you ever want to eat that?
when I know what a turkey sandwich tastes like,
I know, but think about it visually.
it's the meat part.
It doesn't look like enticing.
It looks like a piece of laminate, or like it doesn't look like something that should be. It looks very processed.
Yeah,
A
and
deli meat. What about like a salami though? You'll eat that.
No,
You've never had salami?
no, but I'll have like pepperoni on pizza,
That's crazy.
and I like sausage.
You would love salami. It's so good.
I don't think so.
Really?
Mm-mm.
What about like a really good Italian sandwich from like an Italian
Like a caprese, or like a chicken parm,
No, like a meat.
like a sopressata.
Yeah,
Is that the word?
Yeah, something like
Sopressata.
that.
No.
Sounds so good. My mouth is watering. I'm like an obese
Yeah.
person. I started talking about sopressata.
Cut it.
Leave it in. And leave it in. Oh my.
What else there?
I
What
don't know.
else?
What
What
do you-
did we?
Like, are you nervous to have teenagers?
Wait, actually, you know what? I'm far from that. My daughter's about to turn 3 in 1.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about when you have sex that you have to like imagine something else is going on?
Sometimes, yeah.
My therapist said that's not normal. Did
Really?
you know that? I was shocked to hear that.
No.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
I thought everyone does that. I was like, I thought everyone imagines like that they're either someone else or this is another circumstance than the one they're in right now.
I've done that before, yeah. I haven't done it recently, but it was
That's
if it
good.
was like if I was having sex with someone who I wasn't that into,
Oh.
or like to make it more interesting in my head,
Yeah.
like a scenario.
Yeah.
Just be like, sorry, I'm just a creative.
Yeah. It has
Sorry,
to be like
I'm just
a
writing
whole...
different scenarios.
Yeah. Can't get my fingers off that keyboard.
She said that. She said that
yeah,
wasn't
she said
normal.
it's not normal. I meant to tell you that.
She said that that's not normal. And then
No.
and then left you there feeling vulnerable.
No,
and
and then she's
exposed.
like, you have to start being yourself. And I was like, what
you
is
have to
that?
start being yourself. Well, because
In
it's
sex.
also like sex. It's easier to just be like, I get what you mean. Like it's easier to separate.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay,
Like, my
well, then I'll
sexual
try to like put on like music or like candles to ground me. And she's like, well, that's like music could like lead into like you being performing.
Sweetie, I am performing. Right? Isn't it called a sexual performance? I'm sorry. Right? It's called a sexual performance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Sweetie,
she's trying to
it is a
get me away
performance.
from that.
This bitch is just having missionary. She's a doll. Newsflash,
Okay.
your therapist
Okay,
is
look,
dull.
look,
Yeah.
I really like her.
Yeah, but she's not fucking right.
Her childhood crush was Elijah Wood.
Already red flags.
So I really don't want her
Lord
to
of the
find this
Ring,
because I
Lord-
really like her.
Elijah
would be
Wood's the
mortified
least
if she heard
sexual
me saying
person I've
this.
ever seen.
Well,
You're not
that's why
saying
I'm
it,
like, maybe
I'm
we're,
saying
well,
it.
that's why I was like, maybe we're different people.
No, you're definitely different people because
Because I was like, oh, really? Because mine was like Leonardo DiCaprio and Titanic. And she's like, but he was older in that.
you're like, yeah, that's why I liked him.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Stop. Are you
No,
looking
I
up
can't.
young
He's
Elijah
an
Wood?
elf.
Wait, this feels so mean. This feels
Look
so
at it.
mean.
Look at it. Elijah Wood in Lord of the Rings.
I mean, it was, like I was pretty surprised.
Ugh. I can't,
I-
honestly, maybe the worst choice. Do you think your therapist
Oh my
is-
God, he's 5'6".
Oh my God. And there's nothing wrong with a short king, but
Why are his eyes like that?
because he's
like,
a
he's
fucking
so
hobbit. Frodo.
shocked.
Frodo
His
Baggins.
eyes are so his eyes are so clear.
Dude, if Frodo Baggins is your
Wait,
first
his
crush,
eyes are like bizarre. I know that
they're
they're really
beady little eyes. It's like they're piercing
No,
into your soul.
They're piercing. They're piercing.
Yes.
You want to see something funny?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that all sex addicts, one has like a lazy eye? Like look
Like-
up Bill Cosby and
Yeah,
watch his eye.
And Harvey Weinstein has a weird eye too.
Yes, and then also, does that mean Forrest Whitaker is a sex? What's okay? See how they always have like one closed eye? Like, see that one?
Yeah, it looks like one
On the
eye's
far
trying to
right?
literally escape his head. One is bulbous.
Isn't that bizarre? What's wrong with Forrest Whitaker's eye?
Well, we can find out. What's
Does that mean? What's going on?
going on
The
with
way you're writing it is like nicer.
what's
You're like, hey, what's going on with his eye?
with Forrest Whitaker's eye? What is the difference between jam and jelly? Also, what is going on with Forrest Whitaker's eye? Forrest
Okay, it's a condition.
ptosis.
Wait, go down. That's not Forrest Whitaker. Oh no, it is. Is it? Oh my god, remember that movie? What was it? Blood Diamond?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. That movie was
Anyways.
good. I haven't seen that movie since it came out. I started watching last night From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay, I kind of feel like those are my eyes. Like the
I think
laziness.
that everybody feels that way about their eyes. Like I see
Dusk
that,
Till Dawn
I
is
go,
hot.
that's my eye. Because it is normal that one eye is slightly bigger than the other.
Well, look, one of my eyes are so like they are not symmetrical. I have the Shannon Doherty thing. Look at my eyes, everyone.
Let me see. They look symmetrical to me.
That's so nice. No, look, like this one's closer and this one's like further away and like in a different like off center.
The only time I ever really noticed my eyes being not in symmetrical is if I take a selfie.
Mm.
You ever take a selfie and you go,
Yeah.
that ain't right?
No. I mean, I've never taken a selfie I've liked
No.
unless I've just gotten filler, which I can't wait to get again once this kid gets off these tits.
When is he gonna get off those tits?
I mean, he technically can, like starting around now, but he's too addicted. It's gonna take a while.
To the boob.
Yeah, he like pulls at my shirt and he's like, ah.
You're gonna be
It's a whole
breastfeeding
thing. I'm
him.
giving everything.
No, you are. Do
Yeah.
you think you'll have another one?
No, I'm done. I'm trying to convince Steven to get a vasectomy. And he's like, I don't want to like get rid of my possibility to get kids, you know, because he thinks it's going to make him feel like less of a man. And I'm like, we're not getting rid of like your ability to have kids. Like we're getting rid of your ability to get me pregnant. Like that's the perspective I'm trying to give him, you know, which I think is a strong way to like take it away from him and make it
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't want another one.
Yeah. It's too
too much. Enough is enough. Two is enough.
Enough is enough. You're putting your foot down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine having like twins.
It's crazy. Or even 3 kids. I mean, like, I just can't. I don't know. I don't know how people do it. It's a lot. I don't know what the fuck James Vanderbeek is doing. And where's the nanny in their fucking photos? I mean, all these like, you know, I think a lot. I don't have a nanny. I wish I did. But like, you know.
Yeah, James Vanderbeek has a nanny or 2.
Yeah.
Because doesn't he have like 6 kids
Yeah.
or more? How many kids does James Vanderbeek have? We got to know.
Like, his wife wouldn't be that hot without a nanny.
Yeah, that's probably
James Vanderbeek has 6 gorgeous kids.
They're all blonde, right?
Don't they live in Texas?
Six daughters?
That's crazy.
Oh, no, not 6 daughters. Olivia, Annabelle, Amelia, Gwendolyn, Joshua, and Jeremiah.
Wow.
Could the names be any whiter?
They're adorable.
Olivia.
Look how
oh my
pretty they all are.
gosh.
Wait, you've never seen them?
I have, but they look like the Aryan Brotherhood, to be honest. They're so white and blue-eyed.
Yeah.
That's Adolf Hitler's wet dream over there, sweetie. For sure.
Yeah.
But doesn't he have something wrong with him? Isn't he sick?
Really?
Vanderbeek has cancer or something.
Does he?
Hate to.
Oh my God. No.
Correctal cult.
That's sad.
Well, sorry to end on such a weird note.
Whoa. Dark. Okay. Do you have anything positive to say?
Yes.
Quickly.
Something positive. I'm coming to Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, I can't wait. March 27th, buy tickets, and then I will be in Canada. The 28th and 29th, I'll be at the Comedy Bar. I will be in Oxnard, Brea, and San Diego in May. Buy tickets. All of that on my link tree at Princess Shank on Instagram. And that's our episode. Where can people find you?
Gosh, they can find me on Insta at Chelsea Skidmore. You can check out old episodes of my podcast, The Chelsea Skidmore Show and Got MILF Podcast.
Hell yeah. Are you still doing Got MILF?
No, I'm taking a break.
Taking a break.
Yeah. I mean, it got boring.
It got boring?
Yeah.
For
talking
you?
about all the mom shit. Like it was like a fun idea that I executed and then got over in like 7 episodes.
Well, and I respect that you read the room. You said, you know what? I'm tired and
Yeah.
I'm bored. So
Yeah.
I'm moving on. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, sweetie.
Well, it's just like, what else are we going to talk about?
yeah.
Sick of this shit.
You're sick of talking
I
about
want to
mom
not
shit.
talk about them for an hour.
Yeah. No, I get that. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next week on Shank. Bye.
Bye.